All right. Hello, everyone. We are live here with Kanish from undisclosed locations.
Yeah, with the predicament.
How are you?
I got down from the train to talk to you and do the stream, and I left my charger in the train.
And
So now,
your charger is now being used by a homeless man who is very happy with himself.
yeah, but then again, this is the Type C charger, and the cheap device was micro USB. So I don't know. And even the cable was too small, so he can't even like hang himself.
Wow. Well, who knows? I mean, you may be able to find it again one day. It may find its way back to you. You never know. Never know.
Eventually. And because all the places around me are likely to shut down soon, I don't know if I'll get it back or not.
Yeah. I mean, the
If I
coronavirus
can buy one,
seemingly.
if I can buy one, because all the malls have shut down nearby me, like all the unnecessary stores, only the supermarkets and pharmacies are open. Surprisingly, this liquor store is open, so I guess priority.
Yeah. I mean, the coronavirus has everything pretty much shut down. I mean, you've got entire businesses just being like turned up. You've got things going out of business because of the fact they can't get any customers. A lot of these
Hotels have
paycheck to
been
paycheck places.
hotels have been hit the worst, and so are the airlines. I've heard there will be a lot of airlines that will shut down soon, the small ones especially, or they will be merged or acquired by larger companies. But even the larger companies have been hit real bad.
Yeah, you sound kind of muffled on my end. Or is your
Is it
microphone
better?
all right? There we
Is
go.
it
There we
better?
go. There we go. There we go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I know when
So,
you're out and about, it can be hard to kind of yeah.
mhm. But
But
hey, for some people, it doesn't really make a difference, who spend the entire day inside the house. They don't even go out to have chips, and their sister buys them cigarettes, and mom and dad get the groceries. Now,
yeah,
that's a good life.
and there. Well, you know what? When you're suffering from water toxicity, you can't go out and do all those things.
True. Or when you have probably groped every married man in the vicinity. So, of course, you are scared to go out because you'll get beat up.
Yeah, I still he thinks he has coronavirus. Last I heard is that he's freaking out about having coronavirus.
You can't get coronavirus if you don't leave your house.
I mean,
What he
apparently
has is fucking fungal. What he has is fungus buildup on that fucking nose ring that is held by dried mucus.
hmm. No, I'm not. I did not watch that stream yet with you and Heavy Down. I mean, how did that go?
She tried a lot, but ultimately she said that the reason why because deity had made her so paranoid talking about the place of work and everything that she was scared that. But the main thing is that ultimately, no matter what someone asks you to do, it is your action, so you have to be responsible for them. And she accepted it, which is all I needed. I don't want an apology. All I needed was an acknowledgement and admitting. And I really wanted to know what were you trying to accomplish, talking about my place of work, and that is all. So she admitted it, and she said, the deity had her scared, and I believe that because this man is extremely melodramatic.
Yeah,
So
I hate to use this term because it's been such overused. He's a gaslighter. Would you say that? He hypes it up.
yes, that's what she did. Yes, and all I had to say on this was that you know what, if you're gonna let people do this, then you will easily be used for as a tool by people.
Yeah, I mean, like he works for the mega corporation. He's coming for you. You know what I mean? You still there? We lose you. I do believe we've lost him, or you've lost me. One of the two. Interesting. On my end, I'm still technically here. I do believe.
Hold on. Okay, is it better?
Yep, I think
Can you
so.
hear?
I don't know what happened. You went
Oh,
silent there mid sentence.
yeah, I don't know. Like the screen was on, so I probably butt dialed something, even though it's on my thigh. So you
Yeah.
know, technology works in mysterious ways.
Oh yeah.
So,
I know
she
what you
said
mean.
that she used to work for AOL back in the days. People could see all the internet activity. I'm like, it doesn't work like that. Do you think a bloody Microsoft employee can sit and see all the pictures you have saved on your laptop? It doesn't work like that. So she, after much effort, she ultimately accepted it, and we are cool now. I'm okay. So because she said that she was being like, because deity had apparently gassed her up so much that she was being extremely paranoid, which is true. So she admitted
Yeah.
it, and I'm like, this will, because people can use it to their advantage if it is so easy to rile you up and then, set you up on someone.
I remember him being fully convinced at one point that Vincent Nicotra had hacked his Mac. I mean, what do you even say to that? What do you even say to that?
Yeah. Yep. And even she had a conversation with Holly as well, and Holly said that she came there to support me, and I was glad.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, nice to have some backup. We should have been some muting and some screeching going on, right?
Yeah. Because ultimately, as you said, apology is like, again, what she did was bad. She accepted it. I'm okay with that. Because whatever happened was basically she was being reacting to my presence alone because she was paranoid about me, thanks to all the education that deity gave her. So it's okay. The fact
Yeah.
that she accepted it and she was ready to confront it, I appreciate that, to be honest. And I held back a lot of sarcasm because I understand I didn't want that whole conversation to get derailed and get worse. So I held back a lot. She held back a lot, thankfully. So I
Yeah.
appreciate that. I told her like no cuss words, so she was careful. So that is good. I actually admire her for doing this. And she also accepted that yes, it's like this thing can be used by other people as an advantage, so they can exploit you for this. They will rile you up, have you attack
Yeah.
somebody in
Yeah.
whichever way.
I,
Yep.
I was gonna say something about that, but it completely slipped my mind because I joined the stream. I was half asleep, as you couldn't tell by my hair at the time.
Hmm.
I was gonna mention it. You are being trolled. You've got to stop reacting so badly to downvote mob.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they've wiped their channel, by the way. Heavy's gone. I don't know where Heavy's at. Heavy's vanished.
But that's her choice. I mean, her channel, her choice. But she said that she was pretty happy with the promotion with her book that she got on RSN stream. So okay, that's good. And I don't have
Yeah.
any bitterness with her because she was never in the scene. I was more baffled that I never interacted with this person, and here she comes from middle of nowhere. So basically, deity was coaching her. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, we all kind of guessed that Deity was eventually gonna. Because, but what did I say in one of my videos that in less than a month he'd be involved in another drama that had nothing to do with me?
True. And I
Yeah,
am watching his numbers go down. When
yeah.
I was friends with him, he was at like 8,500 something. Now he's at 7,700.
I could have swore at one point he was almost 9K, trying to reach 10K.
Yep.
He was on the upward trend at one point. I think his whole thing with covering Trisha Paytas's DID stuff compared to other people's and it being already of low quality. Then you combine it with the fact of what he pulled on Muse. I mean, that's probably cost some more subscribers.
Muse, what was that? That he's a bottom?
No, the thing that he accused, basically he accused Muse of not having DID and stuff like that at one point. We've gone over that in our
Who is
interview.
he to diagnose? Who is he to diagnose people like that?
Yeah, there's a whole mess of things that he's been doing. So,
And this is coming from someone who hails from a country where there is barely any awareness towards mental health issues at all. In my country, people just joke about it.
mm. Well, I mean, I don't. He seems to have enough knowledge of mental health issues to, like you said, lure people out.
I think
But
it's. I think. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you again. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's cool. And there's like this weird delay as well. I've noticed, but he tries to. He knows enough about mental health issue to lure people out and then to use it against them as soon as he can.
One thing I observed that right now all his apparently, all the people who are his audience who actually interact with him, a lot of them are really, really young people.
Yeah, I had a feeling that
We
a
are
lot of
we are not live. We are not live. Oh, we are live.
they
And
are
please
live.
spell my name. Why do you miss the Q?
I missed the queue.
Yeah, it's
Well,
Kanish Q.
I'll have to change. I'll have to change that. I thought I got it. And my description, I said something like go ahead and quote me or something. uh,
Trisha, I don't know why he's talking about it, but if I had any sort of control over this person, I would rather have him look for a job. Trisha is in the live chat. Hi, Trisha. Hi, Jesse.
yeah,
Hi,
I'm
two people.
I went back and watched that thing where Trisha was on RSN stream. It sounds like Billy begging Onision to leave her alone. It really does.
It really was. It was, yes.
Yeah, that's
It's Kanishk, Jesse. The Q is not silent. It's there for a reason.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to change the title midstream because everything's like about to break on me. So I'm gonna exit out of that. I'll
No,
do it
that's
after.
okay. Don't touch it. Once it is posted, you can edit the name later. That's okay. But we are not getting any audience because RSN is live right now.
Oh, that would be why. I don't
Mhm.
know. It's also not planned. We need to come up with more of like a longer term schedule type thing to plan. The same thing
True.
with
Mhm.
Muse. You know, it's just sort of like a spur of the moment type thing, which would be great if YouTube actually did notifications.
Yeah, but your stream with her was nice with both of you like laughing and chatting. That was quite nice because when I saw Muse on Deity's stream, she was really stressed out and she came across as very, I don't know, she looked very weird to me. That's what was there.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Plus, there was
that
also some warped perspectives at the time as well.
okay. So but on your stream, she was like relaxed, nice, chit chatting, laughing and joking. So I'm like, okay. So that was quite a
Yeah,
change perspective, even as like just as an outsider, because I don't know her, I don't know what all stuff she does, what she does as a creator and all that, so I'm not aware about it at all.
yeah. I wasn't even for sure who they were up until the point where they came on
Mhm,
stream, but.
mhm.
But yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of people you could track down actually the interview for the whole deity thing.
I
But
have had so many Twitter conversations with people, good and bad both. I mentioned this last night also. There is something like, especially when you live like in an apartment, you would experience this, that you'll hear a dog barking at your house in the night, and by the time you wake up and get to the window, the dog has run away. So that has been happening a lot. People send me Twitter messages. By the time I wake up and I see it, I'm already blocked. I'm like, what's the point of insulting me when you have to block me anyway?
yeah, I've been getting a lot of like hate type things too. It's like really weird. A lot of them I think are from like either one or two people on troll accounts. I've sent people telling me that I should change my name to the YouTube sociopath. That I give them Onision vibes, cult leader vibes.
Onision vibes, how?
Yeah, actually, one of the people I made videos on, Luna Moon. I don't know if you've seen that yet. They told me that
Mhm.
I'm unsettling and that I remind them of Onision.
That's okay. It's
Yeah,
good
I
that
would.
people are terrified of you. I get paid a lot of money of being genuinely intimidating at work.
Yeah, I've said it before in my videos. If you can't be loved, you should be feared. You know what I mean? I can work with both.
Exactly. I teach people who are like 40 years old. I have to be genuinely terrifying in order to get anything done. You know how
Yeah,
hard it is to teach anything to old people?
yeah, you got to command a certain level of respect to actually teach people anything, really.
And Deity has is so butthurt about Holly's uh, parody even to this day. My
He hasn't
students
watched it
once
to this
did
day.
exactly that's what he claims, but he does watch it. And
He's,
to be honest, being so sourpuss about a parody, and to be honest, one more thing, Holly made quite genuine points. She was not just shit talking in that parody. She made some genuine points.
I mean, the main thing that made me laugh and made me leave my comment is when she's sitting there in the very beginning reading out the names. Like, hello, beer mug,
Oh,
kitchen
hey, kitchen
table.
table.
I mean, come
Hey,
on,
hey,
how could
chat.
anyone with any level of self awareness would have laughed at that part? Anyone with any level of self awareness.
My students did my parody. I wet myself laughing. how I walk, talk, turn around, how I use the switch, how I use the bloody blackboard and all that. They did my parody. He borrowed my coat. It was winter. I was wearing a coat, and so he borrowed my coat. How I enter, how I put my book, like how I put my laptop on the table. He did all the mannerism. I pissed myself laughing.
Man. Yeah. I actually, if you make any more stuff on your YouTube channel, I imagine you'll have some parodies made about you. You're such a character.
Who?
Yeah.
What? I missed that.
I said if you ever like, if you start making stuff on your channel a lot, I bet you'll have some parodies made about you because you're
Yeah,
quite the character.
I have a very distinct way of talking. I know I have a very distinct accent, which is a combination of learning English at school and received pronunciation. So it's all very gumbo.
Yeah, you sound like have you ever heard of Grade A Under A on YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah, you kind of have like a bit of that going on.
So a professional voice coach gave this feedback about my voice and the way I talk is like when I talk serious, like I'm not talking about this shit talking, but when I'm talking serious, that you sound like if a BBC news reader was an actual human being. And okay, I don't know how to react on this.
Yeah. I don't know. I've noticed that my voice over the internet doesn't sound proper. Like I sometimes hear my own voice back. Like, wow, I sound like I'm like 10 years younger than I should be. Like I'm 15.
That's a
But
reason
like in
for it
real life,
because Mhm.
yeah, in real life, my voice is actually fairly deep. And it's not like super deep, but it's pretty deep.
no, I'll tell you what. When we hear ourselves, it is actually we are hearing ourselves through bone conduction and not through the eardrums. And when we hear ourselves in a recording, so of course there is some sort of electronic distortion in the voice as well
Yeah, because
when you
other
record
people have told
yourself.
me before that it sounds weird.
Yeah. So everybody, if they listen their own voice on a recording, they say I sound so annoying. Listening to your own recording, especially when you have to do something like analyze it or do some editing of your own voice recording, that's the biggest psychological torture you can inflict on yourself. And the reason is because when you hear yourself, your voice is conducted through the bones. There is no air distortion, and of course, being recording, there is no electronic distortion. And when you hear yourself in an electronic device, that's exactly how you sound. So live with that now. Thank you
Wow.
very much.
I need to get a better microphone so I know how I actually sound to people.
Well, my phone actually has a very good feature for recording if I have to make videos. My Nokia device, it's something they call it Ozo Audio, which is like, and trust me, it is amazing if I switch it on a video recording. Sadly, it doesn't work on audio recording. So it's a terrible thing. But I have to learn a few things like how to put a voice recording imposed on a video and all that. I have to learn a couple of tricks.
Yeah, you don't have a
And
PC, you said, right?
yeah, I don't have a PC. All I have is a fucking
Yeah.
Android device.
Otherwise, I'd recommend
Okay.
like stuff. I don't know if they have that on mobile.
Okay. Let me see if I can send a message to Roger Brown. If he can come in the chat, we will have like 5 different viewers.
Yeah, I thought about trying to get Roger on stream, but I don't know if he does streams with people.
No, he doesn't have the setup, just like me.
Okay. So he can still do the mobile thing, right? Or is he gonna glitch out?
No, he does the mobile only. He has like I think 2 cell phones and 1 tablet. So he places like a cell phone and then he views himself on the other phone responding to the voice chat while one phone is recording and streaming. That's the sort of a thing he does. Kind of the thing that I do. I have 2 phones.
He's got more mobile stuff than I do. I mean, shit.
I have 2 phones. He has 1 tablet and I think 2 phones. And he has a couple of old ones lying around which he sort of connects with Wi-Fi. I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I had a tablet like a year or 2 ago. My cat brushed up against it and knocked it off my desk and shattered the screen.
My pet animals don't do that to household items. They only attack the neighbor's stuff, like neighbor's car, their kids, their rabbits, their dogs.
Rabbits.
Yeah, my dog ate my neighbor's rabbits.
Wow, that's something to have happen.
Yeah, they were like 7, 8 of them. They bought them, and then this were like rich people, so they got them just for novelties and Facebook. They never took care of it. Only the servants did. And suddenly those numbers started decreasing. Now my dog was famous for killing rats. Like we used to like very proud of him that he kills rats, and he was very good at it. So they were like they wanted someone to blame, and they tried to blame it on us. It didn't work, but I was like, you know what? Not bad. Let me play along this rumor. Yes, my dog ate your rabbits, just for street cred,
Oh,
and nobody bothered him.
Roger's here. Hey, Roger.
Oh, hey, kitchen table.
Hey, beer mug. Yeah, there's.
Hey, unwashed dishes.
Hey, unfixed cat.
Hey, overflowing litter box right next to where we prepare our food.
Hey, Kleenex.
Hey, empty water bottles.
Speaking about Kleenex and things like that, like the whole glory hole thing is that do we have any confirmation on that? I mean, I know that we agreed to start making things up, but
No, my question is simple. On one of his streams, when someone asked him about how is the dating scene for gay men in Alabama, Deity said that he has earlier when he was talking about his relationships and all, he mentioned that he has never been kissed in 10 years. It has been 10 years that he felt a man's touch to his body. Basically, he hasn't had sex in 10 years. And when asked about 10 years or 7 years, I don't remember. And when asked about like in another stream when he was asked, like someone brought up like all this like Grinder and stuff, all these apps, like what's the scene about it? He said that men in Alabama, of course, there are people on Grinder in Alabama, but they just meet you from waist down, and then they go back to their wives, who are waiting there on the dinner table where they have cooked a nice dinner for them. So I'm wondering, how do you know when you haven't had any action in 10 years? How do you know if that's the case?
yeah, I know in one of his streams he said he had a promiscuous phase, but apparently that was 10 years ago. He's only like what, 28, 29?
Exactly. So
I mean,
how do you know? How do you know for someone who hasn't been fucked in 10 years? How do you know?
was Grinder even a thing 10 years ago?
I guess. I don't know. You can look up how old is Grinder.
I don't know. I don't want that on my browser.
So where do you meet people on waist down primarily? Probably the bus terminal glory holes.
Bathhouses. I don't know if they have bathhouses in Alabama.
You have to. I think you have to pay a lot of money to enter a bathhouse with lockers and everything. It's like a spa, sauna.
Mm.
And I don't think someone who is not a globalist, who doesn't have the globalist money, would actually regularly visit a bathhouse. And I don't think small town in Alabama would have a dedicated bathhouse.
No, he streams too much to actually ever leave the house, so we'd know.
And what's up with the chips crisis in the family?
Oh yeah, they live in fear of getting chips because someone sent an email. Yes.
Oh my God, we have to do something about this. Why don't we put together a committee, gather some donation, and send them like a truck full of chips?
Yes, let's help them prepare for the coronavirus. We need to send them Cheetos.
Yes, Cheetos and what is that? The other one, Lay's and Nachos. What do you call them? Doritos?
Send them some Pringles.
Yeah, Pringles are good. You can later use the box to store a lot of other stuff.
Some people use Pringles and they put them in like burritos and stuff like that. The Taco Bell people do that, and I'm like, interesting.
Burger King here does that. They have a burger where they put a layer of Doritos on the burger, like a topping, you can call it, I guess, in between the bun and the patty. And Pizza Hut did a burger where they made a entire pizza crust out of Doritos.
Yeah, I've gotta eat at Pizza Hut eventually. They have like chicken and things there now. I haven't eaten at Pizza Hut in so long. I didn't even know they had chicken.
No, pizza. Okay, we get pizza everywhere. Basically, I'll tell you what. You said that the government is after you. I have full evidence that the government is trying to kill me. My house has a McDonald's literally attached to the side wall and a Pizza Hut uh, on in that complex where I was at McDonald's. If you remember, in our first stream we did together, that's right next to my building. And then also that mall has a fucking Pizza Hut across the block, across the street from me. Like if I just cross the street, there's a Subway, and within a 500 meters radius or half a mile radius from me, there are two Burger Kings, two Domino's, and three KFCs. The government is trying to kill me.
That's definitely like a slow way to get you to, get so much cholesterol that you assassinate yourself.
Yes, the fast food industrial complex is trying to kill me.
Yeah, there's that dude who made that documentary on McDonald's, like Super Size Me. He made a sequel that I have yet to watch.
Yes, I have read about it.
Yeah, he ate McDonald's every day for a month, and if they asked him if he wanted to supersize it, he had to say yes.
Yep.
And like I think it was like a week, and he's like puking. Like what in the world?
The problem is you can't eat just the same thing. You have to add some variety.
Well, he was trying to do like salads and stuff too. Like he was trying to maintain it, but it was just everything in there is so unhealthy.
No, you can make things up that can be pretty healthy. Like we get a chicken roll, as we call it. It's like a burrito. So
well,
if you tell them
like,
no,
he's in the USA. I don't know if like your McDonald's has better stuff. Probably.
Our McDonald's has better stuff. We have everything better when it comes to food. Coming back. So in that burrito, they basically dry grill the chicken. It's not fried. They grill it on a grill. And if you ask, but the problem is they basically drown it in mayo when they are filling in the burrito. So if you tell them to hold the mayo or just reduce the quantity, you will actually have a very nice burrito with full of veggies and a grilled chicken patty.
Wow.
And I realized it like this is amazing. Instead of like a cup of mayo, they put it in. That is what makes it worse. I tried that concussion with a few more things that they had, and I was quite pleasantly surprised. It's like if you customize your order a little bit, you can actually survive on fast food.
Mm. Yeah, I mean maybe, especially if they're using like fresh vegetables and stuff like that. That's stuff that gets you. It's a lack of vegetables.
True. Yep. Even Subway also. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard rumors that they have like they coat all of like their fries and things in sugar before they make them, so that's why the kids like them. Well, you're roboting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was happening the last stream I had too. We were having random bouts of robotisms. So it's probably because we were talking about coronavirus. You know what I mean? Those topics are off limits here.
What topics are off limits?
But, no, I was saying that the reason we're getting the stream issues is because talking about coronavirus freely is off limits. You know what I mean? The government's covering it up.
California is under a lockdown, so right now there are no YouTube employees listening to our banter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the bots. Have you heard about the bots invading? Have you seen like the random dude running around in all the different videos commenting like, "Great content, keep it up"?
Those are commercial bots, and avoid interacting with them because I've heard that they basically steal your information from the channel and then they do something bad with it.
So don't interact with them. Don't love their comments because that's the only thing I've done.
Yeah, I mean, loving the comment won't make a difference, but don't respond to them because a lot of them could be harmless because they are just there as like maybe by someone's channel, but avoid it. I get it that shit on Instagram too when one of my Instagram accounts got around 8,000 followers. Yeah, 8,000. That's a magic number, by the way. So 8,000 followers. It was my developer account for when I used to work for another mega corporation. So, and that was like a commercial developer account because my developer ID that they gave me for that app development and software development, it still works. So I have the privileges, although I don't have time and resources to do anything now.
Yeah. Although as far as the bots go, YouTube's not the only place being dominated by bots right now. I imagine Twitter is too, because I keep having like, at first I wasn't for sure who this was, because I struggle to tell who and is not a porn bot, but it's like random photos and vulgar shit. The reason I didn't think it was a porn bot is because there's no links, nothing. They're trying to scam me out of money, right? If it was a porn bot, it would have something like that. But I had like a bunch of
How
those.
does a porn bot scam you out of money? How does a porn bot will scam you out of money? Who pays for porn?
I don't know. But the reason I wasn't for sure, is this a bot following me? Because there was nothing to scam me out of money. But I sat there just keeping an eye on it.
They can't steal your money if you don't have any money.
That's the trick, isn't it?
Exactly.
That's the same thing I say to strippers. They can't steal my money if I don't have any money. But
you go to strippers?
That was a joke. But
we don't do jokes here. Everything you say will be taken literally, and we will run with it. That's the deity way.
You better be careful what you say about the glory holes, then.
Prove me wrong, then.
But what was it? Oh, the reason I said the thing about the porn bots is because sometimes they'd follow me, and then like I would randomly drop down in followers, and then it would jump back up again. Like, what's going on with
maybe they want you to explore a different employment opportunities, essentially, a different career path.
Oh, I've already had someone suggest OnlyFans. I'm like, no, I don't think so.
Yes, I mean,
I know, not to brag, but I think I'd like to be above OnlyFans. You know, I'd have to go straight to like Playgirl or something like that. If real money.
The main customer base of Playgirl is actually gay men. So just throwing you out there.
Really?
Yes.
That makes sense, honestly. But oh well. I mean, technically.
Who do you think subscribes to Man's Health? It's gay men.
Yeah. I wonder what do women subscribe to? I know Cosmo's the woman magazine.
Yes. The guide way to become emotional and financial parasite.
Yeah. I mean, they have some mean articles over there too, like 40 ways to make your man happy, and it's like this weird demonizing stuff. Like, you don't need 40 ways. No guy could make a list of 40 ways to make them happy, most likely.
Just use one good way, and he'll be happy. Men are simple creatures. They are either horny or hungry. Okay.
That's true. I mean,
so if you don't see an erection, make him a good food. Make him a nice sandwich.
A lot of people overcomplicate things, like when they say that you got to hit the evolutionary buttons on people, and they're like, "Well, are you trying to say that people are toasters? Not like men are toasters, women are more like accordions?" You still there?
Men are dumb and women are bitches. There.
That's true. That's true.
I summarized the entire history of Cosmopolitan as a publication house.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, it's like jokes apart. I mean, I like to take piss, and it's okay. But the problem is, like, they have a very unrealistic approach to things. You can't really apply that in your life.
Yeah, the Cosmopolitan people, I feel like, are sitting there actively coming up with a list as they type the article.
Like, they're pulling things out of their ass.
They do.
So of course there will be articles for anal sex. Seriously.
I haven't looked into that, but the stuff, some of the stuff I've read on there are like actively encouraging women to do like stupid things that would confuse most men. It seems like.
Yep, it does.
It's a bunch of lesbian women writing for things how to please your man.
And it's a bunch of I won't talk about if they're lesbian or anything, but it's a bunch of super ivory tower elitists who haven't stepped out from their gated communities ever in their life. They don't know what it's like going out on the street and buying a burger from McDonald's, I guess, if I have to Americanize the analogy.
Yeah. They've never shopped at the Dollar Tree, so to speak.
The Dollar General, sir.
Yeah, the Dollar General. That's right. Yes, Dollar General.
And did you notice now that he talks about it? He's like, I used to work for this company. This company.
He censored in that apology video because I was watching it back. Right, and planning to do more with it. He was outright like censoring the name when I said it.
Do
He
you
doesn't
think
want.
Deity will accept an invitation to stream with any of us?
No.
Jesse, yes, I can talk later. Don't worry. Hit me up on Discord. I'm available.
I would be utterly shocked if he invited me back on stream. Here's the thing: if I was to go back on stream with him or anything like that, I'd want him one-on-one, alone. He has to put on his big boy pants this
But what are you going to talk to him?
I'm gonna try and I'm gonna diplomatically try to explain to him why he's such a fuck up.
I won't do that. I don't want things to get better.
Well,
Because if
maybe,
I do personally want things to get better, honestly. But the thing is that he will say something stupid, which will, press my right buttons,
well,
and then
like I
the
said,
other, I'll turn into some sort of a different entity then, which then he'll
yeah,
regret. So
yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, there are some things I can't really get into that, like private stuff that other people aren't privy to. That Deity is not a good person in my opinion. He's doing some real fuckery, and yeah, I get what
he
you're
is
not
an
wanting to happen.
entitled brat who had a very sheltered life thanks to his parents, and that is it.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't think he realizes exactly when a line's crossed as far as certain things go. I mean, he's gone off the deep end as far as I'm concerned. So,
So,
but
I mean,
that
it's no big deal you're living with your parents while you're unemployed because it is a difficult phase, and I can understand. But, the way he behaves, the way he reacts and talks to his mother during the streams, and especially how he talks with JB. JB doesn't have a sister and brother relationship. JB has a gay best friend.
yeah, I've noticed
Oh,
that.
girl, oh, diva, do the diva snap. I think this is the kind of relationship they have.
Yeah, it definitely seems like she fights his battles a little bit. But the quote from my interview, Deity is
Mhm.
currently engaging in some intimidation tactics for people's silence, and that's all I will say on the matter.
Good luck intimidating me, sir.
Yeah. So he definitely needs to be put in his place big time. And I wish he would have me on stream or something like that, or somebody
I wish
on.
you would have me on stream. I would love to talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he can come on here. We can take turns preaching. We'll do the same thing to him.
Yeah, we can spit roast him. We can do that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that
Look up spit roast.
yeah, the thing is if we both did a
Mhm.
stream with him, like I'd probably want it to be individually. Like we both need a stream with him to settle our various issues.
He lied about me. What do you want to settle? And he has repeatedly lied about the timeline.
He lied about you and
And
he doxed you. Yeah,
he doxed me. He lied about me. He called me an ableist. So that's there.
he's slandered pretty much everybody. Anyone he pisses off, he's slandered and made shit up about.
Yeah. And that ain't a good look. That ain't a good look.
Yeah, what's the Socrates quote? When the argument's lost, the enemy turns to slander.
Yep. It's like, hey, you know what? You're stupid. I'm like, okay. By the way, why? I really want to know since when, what date are they afraid to leave the house to buy chips? Is it before his phone number, his landline number on stream, and his real name on stream? Because he was too lazy to come back to the computer and mute the mic. And then he comes back, laughs about it, and says, I don't care. Well, look, deity, what you did. We don't have chips.
They're losing their mind.
Fuck. Am I audible?
Hello.
Oh my god. Do I have to repeat all that? No, I'm. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, in between bouts of breaking up and the hounds. You know what I mean?
Okay, let me join it again because the browser is stuck.
Interesting. The globalists do not want us speaking. I would say they seem to be absolutely dedicated to silencing us. Dedicated. See, this is why I don't normally stream at this time, as the hounds are very loud. Later on, once they've gotten their energy out, I can generally get them to lull themselves into a slumber. For a time. He's back.
I'm back
Welcome
with a
back.
visual.
I got like another 20 minutes or so before I gotta go, so we can get into anything you want.
No, I just want to talk about one thing. Is like I was curious. Like they are afraid to leave the house to buy the chips. I was wondering, is that before or after Deity doxed his doctor's name, his real name, and his landline number on a stream because he was too lazy to move his ass, come back to the computer, and mute his microphone.
Not just on a stream, mind you. Out of all the things he takes it down, he left that one up like a week at least. I don't know if he's still up.
Yes.
Might still be up. Who knows? Who the fuck knows?
So, Deity, look what you did. We don't have chips.
I mean, his family should live in fear of him, of his dumbassery.
Seriously. He's scared to leave the house. I mean, if I behaved like this, everybody in the town would be ready to beat me up.
I mean, if I was his parent, I'd be afraid he'd leave the house and fucking screw up things even more. Jesus.
Because trust me, how he behaves, that's how you get beat up.
I mean, he needs to. I think Roger compared him to the Chinese emperor who only gets his information from the eunuchs. He has no idea what's outside his kingdom.
I remember that.
That's extremely accurate because, my God, if he had just one good advisor to be like, hey, man, you need to undox yourself, unfuck yourself. Your information's not that easily found on the internet.
He has his PayPal with his real name. Who does that?
Still does?
I don't know, but I saw screenshots floating on the internet of his PayPal with his real name on it. That's how I get to know his name is Phil.
Yeah, he's doxed his own real name multiple times. I think at one point early on, someone even made a stock account and joined his thing with his real name as the name of the stock account.
Yes.
I don't know.
And I'll tell you something. He claims that my place of work was public information. No, it was not. You know how the whole conundrum began? Is when I sent that he replied to. One of them was a small video clip I shot with my front camera, standing in my office cafeteria. That's it. And I told him where I work. And since then I would like joke with him that, oh, I'm from the mega corporation. And he would laugh at it. It was not public information, as he claims. And he never addressed that and he's never addressed that in his I'm a bottom apology.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, he's also been making things up. So who knows if he's just being dumb or he's being like legitimately dishonest on purpose.
The only new information that came out from that 1.1 hour 46 minutes apology that he did, that he's a bottom.
Well, like I said, I can't get into much into some of the behind the scenes stuff, but I would suggest that if he knows your real name or anything like that, be careful with your employers. He doesn't
know my real name, but he does have my like a small clip of my face. But he cannot put me in trouble. But just think about it when you're talking about. Again, it was heavy down talking, but then again, it was ultimately for Deity. So Deity basically wanted to bring this up, that terms of service and company policy violation and shit like that. What is he trying to accomplish? Well, I don't have my sister will never pay for my cigarettes.
Well, currently, like I said, I can't get too much into it because it's a lot of private stuff that I'm not getting into. But he going to your employer to try and get you in trouble, to get you to intimidate you into being silent is not what he is above at this point.
He tried, it didn't work. He tried, it didn't work.
He actually tried. You have proof that he tried?
No, I said he tried by talking about it in publicly. What was he trying to do? That was a power move.
Okay, no, so he hasn't like reached out to them specifically to call.
No, he doesn't know. Can you reach any of the companies? Can you reach Facebook for customer support?
No one can reach tech support for anybody.
Exactly. Try calling Uber.
Well, I'm just saying that just keep a lookout just in case, because he's going off the deep, and he wants everyone to be quiet. Like he wants us gone. He wants us
He
gone.
tried that. He tried that, and he made me even more mad.
Yeah, and it's an intimidation tactic. He's trying to get people to be quiet.
Listen, it works on those bunch of fresh out of high school kids that he hangs out with, and one of those crowd of like trigger warning and shit like that. Trigger warnings don't work on me because I have witnessed real life stabbing, and I didn't go into therapy with it. For it, I'm sorry. I did not go into
Yeah,
therapy for it. I have witnessed real life stabbing.
yeah. And
If someone today, I'm on the road driving, I'm at a signal, and someone, grazed my. Oh my god! Oh my god! I have hijacked the stream by causing a disturbance in Schizophrenic's house. Yes, everything comes to he who waits, and I have waited so long for this moment. Oh yeah, we have brutal stuff that happens. The stabbing. I just like to joke all the time because when I talk serious, I'm very unpleasant. But yeah, shit. I have shit. It's part of the package living in a third world country. If someone today at a traffic signal was to, scratch my car with a chalk, check out, and police will simply say, "Get lost."
I don't know all what you all heard from that,
I guess
but
my plan did not work. I was trying to. No, I witnessed it. That's part of the package of living in a third world country. You get to see a lot of violence, and you get to see the lowest of humanity.
oh yeah, we just had one hell of a fight break out in the middle of the floor over there. Oh,
Family, that's been an in
oh,
our
you're breaking up again.
house. The father.
You good? All right. Well, yeah, it's got some wind going on here, Love and Lavender. I think that might be part of our streaming issue. But we'll probably be wrapping it up shortly because I gotta go. Make sure everyone's all right. We've lost Kanish. I'm not sure where he is. Oh, we back.
Okay, I thought I just took over your channel. That's what I was planning from the day one. I was trying to take over someone's channel.
Oh, really? Somehow you took over my channel and
Uh,
yours has more subscribers, right?
yeah, my channel is 10 years old.
Yeah, you're already monetized somehow too. Like you don't even have any videos. Like when you were monetized, that's interesting. How did you pull that off? Your globalist connection?
Yes, I personally sat down with Bill Gates and Mr. Rothschild and then asked them, make sure the videos of my dog playing in the mud gets me a payment because I'm unemployed.
Yeah.
See?
Oh.
What
Well,
does the chat say? We have been ignoring the chat like these superstars.
yeah, I do that all the time. If it wasn't for my guests at the time, I would completely ignore the chat. I just like to talk.
Why? Why?
No idea.
I don't ask much from you, boy.
I just like hearing myself talk, I guess. More so than reading.
So when the camera is off, do you jerk off to your own recordings?
Huh?
So when the camera is off, do you jerk off to your own recordings?
Only on Tuesdays.
Okay.
Otherwise you develop like a narcissist personality. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But I have to do it with the sound off because I don't like the sound of my own voice played back to me. So it's a little awkward.
Oh, so it's like a sexy pantomime.
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
hopefully next time we decide to do this, we won't have so many hiccups.
I lost my fucking charger.
Yeah. I've got dogs fighting, constantly barking.
And it's coronavirus, and I'm fucking walking on the street now.
Yeah. Waiting for your visuals gone, but I was waiting for like the plagued homeless man to start chasing you down the street with like rabied eyes.
I almost tipped myself now because I'm stupid. Oh my god. Let's just hope nobody runs me over. By the way, Grade A Underage channel has been dead for some time.
Yeah, I don't know what in the world happened to him. He could be making shit tons of money. He just like vanished off the face of the earth. I think he's on Twitch, actually. Now that I think about it.
He had a very bad exchange with somebody that made him look like a total ass, from what I have gathered.
Really? Like I know that he had some issues with some of his he was friends with Keemstar and Leafy and all them at one point, and then they had some sort of falling out.
From based on what a couple of content cop type videos that people made about what led to his demise, from what I gathered was he basically attacked a very small YouTube channel who had like 300 some subscribers. And I don't know if this guy was like really, this guy was like a very well established troll or something like that. I don't. So what he did was like he attacked this guy, calling him like a stupid idiot, something like that, on the comments. And this is when he was a pretty big channel. He was on his peak, Grade A Underage. And then what this guy did was he created a video of Grade A Underage talking, editing it to make it look like Grade A Underage is having a conversation with him. And he made a pretty funny sort of a parody of him. Grade A Underage got really pissed and tried to strike it or something like that. I don't recall exactly.
Oh.
So what this guy did was he went into Google Ads, went to Grade A Underage's video, one of the videos, purchased an ad, I don't know, for like $300, purchased an ad to have his whole video play as an ad on his channel, on his video. So a bunch of kids recorded that this parody video is playing as an ad on your channel right now.
Wow, that's like the ultimate troll.
Exactly, this is what he did. So, wow, I know so much. Damn. What am I doing with my life? Anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
back to the topic.
Some channels, but
I'm sorry?
I know something about some channels, but not about Grade A. But continue.
So this is what happened, and then this also led to further exchange because this guy who was this small channel, he then took it really gracefully. And Grade A Underage ended up looking like an ass, like he's like such a big guy, but and his entire channel was based on this parody, criticism, ranting, angry rants. And he could not take criticism himself.
Yeah, I mean,
so that's sort of like broke his entire,
character.
Persona that he had created. I wouldn't use the word character, but rather the persona he created.
Yeah, the whole thing's trying to strike down the video critical of you. I hate that shit. You know what I mean? If he did that, I'm glad he's gone.
You know who does that?
Who?
Onision.
Onision does? Yeah, I've heard him claiming. I don't know if he strikes them.
Yeah, earlier he used to simply content ID them so that all the revenue from that video would. That's how he had things with Repzion for years. And
the anti-Onision thing.
So he got all the revenue.
Feeds him pretty much.
Yeah. So this is what he used to do because, of course, anti-Onision videos for a long time always got more views than Onision himself. I, for years, only watched anti-Onision videos, and I followed Repzion for some other content he made. Later, I found out that he had such a long beef with him when this whole rainforest thing happened. That is when I found out, oh my god, Repzion actually has a conflict with Onision.
Speaking of... oh, sorry. Continue if you're still going.
No, nothing like that. So later, afterwards, when things got a little bad with the whole wetland and stuff like that, that's when Onision actively started striking people.
Wow. So it was around the Repsion time when he started going after him hard.
Hmm. Even the smaller channels, like 100 people, like a mom talking with his camera phone about Onision, he would even strike them.
Wow. Even if they didn't use his footage.
Even though they don't use this footage, you will still get a strike, and these people didn't know what to do with it. Ultimately, they would either let it stay or have their channels removed or delete the video out of fear.
Wow. Yeah, and a lot of people don't want Onision having their address.
And this became so bad that a lot of these people, like Repzilla and Mike and Actor, then they explained in detail the technical thing that, okay, this is what you do when you get falsely struck by Onision. This is how you clear the copyright strike. So they made tutorials. Repzilla made a tutorial which is actually very good, and Mike and Actor made a tutorial. That's the two I remember. Yeah, you were saying something. I think what Repzilla, Shiloh, what were you talking about?
Oh yeah.
Repzion?
Speaking of striking people, okay,
Mhm.
Repzion has done that before to videos critical of him. Do you know about that?
There are some. Okay, I'll tell you what. All this was available about every YouTuber on Encyclopedia Dramatica, but unfortunately, that has been shut down.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's actually one of the places I heard it being discussed a little bit. But basically, at one point, Repzion, I think the main drama he was around with his girlfriend or whatever. Like,
Mhm.
this is really dark stuff. But she got pregnant by someone else's kid, and then like convinced him that it was his, and like he went to an abortion clinic with her and other stuff. Well,
He had a very,
public,
very, very, very bitter, not public, but more like a very, very bad breakup.
it
Honestly,
was public enough that someone has linked me to a Google Drive filled with lots of stuff I really would rather not know. It's public
well,
enough.
all those exchanges were posted online, and this was done by his friends only, from what
These
I
were
can
like
gather.
text
Because
messages that people leaked out and stuff too. Like a
exactly,
lot.
so a bunch of
Yeah,
his friends, he later disowned these people when he made a video. Remember where Onision emailed him saying that someone sent me a picture of your dead grandfather?
yeah, yeah. What was that
You
last
remember?
part?
Okay, so Rebzion's grandfather died. So
Yeah. Oh,
there
yeah.
is
I know what you're talking about there. Yeah, yeah. And someone posted. Yeah, it was one of the things
so
in the Google
these
Drive.
were a bunch of his friends who were actually doing this, and he basically is like, I don't need this, and he walked out.
Yeah, that's one of the pictures in the Google Drive is his picture of his grandfather. Yes, that's one of the things I didn't want to know.
That
Didn't want
picture
to
is
see.
available on open search. That picture is available on public search. I have seen it.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of that stuff's like it's hidden now. But yeah, there's a whole Google Drive filled with evidence, so to speak. But one of
I
the
don't
other things,
like when people do this. Seriously.
one of the other things there was that I was getting into, it's like as far as this is when he started striking down videos. He was running a blog. I think it was. I don't want to say it's a Tumblr blog, but it might have been. It was
Hmm.
talking about very pro suicide. He's made multiple videos he's taken out on his channel. Him talking about how he's going to kill
Yeah,
himself.
he had his weird phase. I know he had a lot of self harm scars, but then what I saw him was his transformation to, like, basically adpocalypse was a good thing for Repzion as a person, because he started making money from YouTube. So he took the welding course or something like that from the university, and he was very happy.
Yeah.
I
Well,
remember when he announced that I'm gonna get my degree on this day, and then he would make another video. Okay, there are like 5 days to go, 3 days to go, and when he came out with the degree that he has got the degree of the course, I actually was very happy from inside.
I mean, it's definitely the thing about Repsion is he's like, what do they call it? Suicidal ideation.
Uh huh.
I think that's what they call it. He seems to be doing that a lot, and that makes me a little worried about what goes on in his personal life. You know, even
Yep.
today, because you don't sit there and
He
make
seems like
repeated
someone.
videos.
He seems like someone who's like laughs a lot, because if he talks serious, that is very unpleasant. Kind of like me. So I think that's what is with him. So he doesn't like to acknowledge these things. And to be honest, I have never seen him bitching in public about this, for most part. I have seen people do much worse. I mean, social repose for once. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, it seems it's. I hope the best for him because I do like Repsion. I think that he does.
Even I like him a lot. I like him a lot.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't understand the people who upload videos talking about that kind of stuff like so openly. Especially he complained about the cops being called on him for a wellness check. He makes a video saying he's going to kill himself. Like, really? Come on.
He
So
was the only one that Onision personally sued.
yeah, it's also the only one who lived in his state. It's probably more about.
Yeah,
Like,
they live in the same city. They live in the same city.
Yeah, they like live right next to each other, like it's like 20 miles apart or something. He said at one point.
Yeah. Yeah, he said that I have seen him a lot of times when Onision posts pictures like at a mall or something. He's like, I've been to this place.
And Repstion was talking about how he had to get like a special Uber to take him to the court because he didn't want Onision seeing his license plate in his cars to track him back to his house. And I'm like, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Onision probably sits in his house with his body armor on.
Do you know Deity, coming back to our good old Phil, the first stream I did with Deity, I was in a park and I was apparently near my house. So it's like a row of houses. And I'm literally like across the street from that in the park, walking on the pavement. And I pointed my phone there, like, this is my house in a row of houses. And then he said, we know where your house is. I'm like, good luck finding the house that may or may not be mine in a city of 22 million people. 29 million, I think. Yeah. 29 million people.
Well, I'm not for sure on that stream on what was said on there because like he privates everything, but even if it was if he privates everything, it's probably not gonna come back to you unless he plans to use it against you somehow.
Let him do that. He tried doing it. What the worst you can do? Dock someone's place of work. What more you can do?
Yeah, I mean he's I don't know what he thinks is going to happen if he keeps doing this. Because if he was any bigger, or if he made the wrong person angry, he is going to get sued.
He can't sue me, and he cannot destroy my YouTube channel.
No, I'm saying Deity is going to get sued.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That if he pisses up wrong people, he is going to get it bad.
Yeah, and I don't know exactly what his response to. I mean, his response to some YouTube videos being made about him has been interesting. What about an
video after video after video after video after video?
They keep suing me after legal case after legal case after lawsuit after lawsuit. I just don't get it.
Fucking dick after dick after dick.
Oh man. Like I said, change his channel name to Butthurt Phil.
More like Butthurt in Alabama.
There you go. I've said it before in my videos. He needs to add it in his channel by that he's a gay man in Alabama because it's like
no. The accurate one is he's the only gay in the village.
Yes, the only gay at Alabama.
Exactly. This was a character on a comedy show called Little Britain, and honestly, that character is. It's just that character was funny. That apart, he is Phil. He is the only gay man in Alabama, apparently, because everybody's out there to get him.
Yep. I mean, he is he's apparently outside of the bus stop glory holes. He's a hunted man.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't
because that fellow who did this response to him, who sort of gave information. This fellow who was, I think, related to those the manager at Deity's workplace, the fellow, he said that I know people are very homophobic. Yeah. He said Hillbilly something. What's his name? Hillbilly Hellscape? I think that was the idea.
Hellride.
Yep. So he said that I know that there are a lot of racist and homophobic people in Alabama, but they're also really, really dumb, and they think that if they actually gay bash someone, they will go to jail.
I mean, that's an interesting way. Interesting perspective. I mean, he seems to.
That's what he said. That's what he said. And they don't do this. Yeah.
I I remember from the video. If you look at him, he seems to like have gauges in his ears. I mean, he doesn't seem like the kind of traditional Southern person anyway. So I think he would get some discrimination too, just as well as Deity would.
And Deity being claimed a victim of homophobia when one of the women involved with all this nonsense was openly bisexual.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that whole situation because those two had a I still haven't contacted Hillbilly Hellride to actually discuss any of that. He never got back to me, so I'm not sure what that
Yeah.
issue was. But
And
as
he
far
has a different story. He has a different story because a lot of deities fans talk to me. Oh yes, I'm gonna flex now. A lot of deity fans talk to me, and every when I say deity yelled on a screen saying that he was fired for being gay. So one of the person says he was not fired, he was let go. Like he stopped showing up to work, and ultimately they had to like let him go. And I'm like, okay, but that's very different from being fired. That's not being fired for being gay. That's being fired for being not showing up to work.
yeah, what was the term? Absconded, basically.
Absconding. That's the word. I didn't want to use it because it's too big for Americans. So yeah, absconded.
Yeah, I mean it's possible.
Yeah.
I mean I'm not like I said I don't want to dive
But
too much
don't
into
you
that.
remember? But you don't you remember that he actually said this out loud that I was fired for being, you know.
Yeah, that was the impression I got. I seem to imply that he said he was let go he was discriminated against and let go. That I think was the term he used. But maybe he, like I said, maybe he was just covering. Maybe he didn't want to say that he didn't. Maybe he was embarrassed. Didn't want to say he stopped showing up. You know what I mean?
He had to lose his job essentially, right? But
Yeah,
I
probably.
think when you work for companies like this, which are not a dad and mom store where the dad got mad and kicked you out, these companies have policies in place. You cannot simply abscond from there. When you resign, there is a proper procedure, and if they ask you to leave because you're too much of a liability for them, they have to compensate you for a few months.
Well, if you want to talk about that, one of the things that Hillbilly Hellride guy was like, if you watch the Holly streamer react to it, he
Mm-hmm,
kept
mm-hmm.
going on about how Data kept talking down to people with EBT. That has nothing to do with the discrimination. He said always about EBT, talking down to people with EBT.
EBT are
Always.
food stamps, right?
I think that's what that is. That's like the food
Yeah,
stamp
it's food stamps that people get to buy groceries, like a government aid. They don't get the money; they get food stamp. They can buy like
Yeah,
baby food and
one of the
groceries and all
welfare
that.
things
Yep.
they have. Yeah, one of
Yes,
the welfare things they have. Yeah. So
I
he's
know.
talking down
I know.
basically about people with welfare, basically.
And then he goes back and cry that his stove is broken and they don't have money to, you know, get their cats fixed.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just a weird thing that if he's deity's playing this character of this wholesome guy, he's trying to be nice and equal to everyone, yet he's talking shit about his customers who use welfare and shit. You know what I mean?
And they are attacking, and Heavy Down brought this up as well about this $100 thing that they gave her for her marriage. I found it very scummy for deity to talk about this.
Oh yeah, I heard about that, and I was taken aback by that too. I was like, "What the fuck is
Because
going
she
on?"
said that this money was given to her by him months ago.
Yeah, and she's been nothing but loyal, too loyal, I would say.
Exactly. Even when in RSN stream, you remember she said, "I don't know why he's doing things like that, but I love this boy." So even when all this has happened, she still has a soft spot for him. So you have this person who really likes you, who's willing to pick fights with others for you, right? That's what she did, and yet this is how you treat her.
Yeah, I mean, he is the king of
I'm
self.
feeling bad for this lady, despite the fact that no matter what happened, I'm really feeling bad for this $100 thing. And now I think she's trying to return that money to him.
Yeah,
She's like, and that's a good thing. We say it in my country. If someone hounds you for money or something like that, take that money and slap it on their face. That's the expression in my country.
Yeah,
So this is what she needs to do: return that money.
Yeah, I feel bad for Heavy Down because I knew all this was going to come eventually. It's going to happen to everyone who gets in his little circle. He's going to have what's the term? He's going to have like a recycling bin basically of his audience coming back, of them coming back to him, getting shit on again, and
asking for refunds.
asking for refunds. Yeah, I mean, half the people I think who are against him at this point are people who have super chatted him and gave him money.
I super chatted him, and this was before I used to super chat anybody. I only recently started super chatting people. I super chat Negs. I super chat RSN once a while.
Yeah,
I super chat. Yeah.
I mean, then when you look at all the people he's left his community, like they're untrustworthy, they're bad people, they're spreading lies and slander. Yet you come over here and talk to us, we're all nice, reasonable people, and it's just like, wait a minute now. Then you've got people in his camp going around saying anyone who says anything bad about Diddy was obviously trying to get with him.
I'm so glad you brought it up. It slipped my mind. I'll say it again. When you remember the video you did on Luna Munte?
Yes.
So I was in Luna Munte's Discord for months, on and off. I was in there, okay? And I
Yeah.
was following her. I used to watch her videos. In between, there was a lot of videos where she would go into a lot of details about mental health issues. I don't watch that content. So I stopped it. Then on and off, I watched it. Then I saw your thing, and then I watched her video response. And she was pretty graceful. She handled it really gracefully. I
Yeah.
must appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was pretty. Mhm.
Yeah, I think that it was like Roger described it as a bit of a wake up call. He's even said I saved her YouTube career because someone who didn't like her could have had her canceled with that kind of shit.
Yeah, and and also owing to the fact that she's what I think 19 or 20 years old. So for such a young person, she was very balanced, and she actually was open, and she actually said that okay, I don't agree with these things, but these points are very valid. So I really appreciate that. I was appreciating that only, and then suddenly you played the clip of deity in your video that this is how deity reacted to me, and so deity was brought up in the live chat. So this person whose name is Ali, Allly,
Yeah, I know who you're
Ally.
talking about. That's
Yeah.
Ally or whatever. Yeah, I've seen them around.
She said that Kanish had hearts for deity, and when deity rejected Kanish's advances, Kanish got all angry, and now he's being mean.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
Add that to the list of accusations that make no fucking sense and have nothing to back them up, right?
Deity, you have to watch your pics.
Much like
When they
Elvis.
crawl around, this is what they do, deity. Please watch your fleas. They are going around. Every
Much
time
like-
you brush your hair, they fall off and then they crawl onto other people.
Yeah. And much like Elvis Travels, I guess that deity is this alpha male guy. Everyone is trying to get with deity.
Yeah, but there's a difference. Deity, because Elvis, despite the fact LV has a lot of machismo, fake, real, I don't know, but he comes across, he tries to portray himself as strong. Like, oh, don't mess with me, I'll break your face. He's like that. Not go into the details. Deity, on the other hand, is someone who loves a pity party. He's a cry bully.
Oh yeah.
He would rather spend 2 hours crying in a room, everybody trying to console him because he's getting the attention.
Oh yeah, he's got to be the biggest victim in the room at any given time, and he's
Yes.
a lot of people when they talk about the things that happen to them are like kind of begrudgingly do it. He's like bragging about it, like it's some point of pride. Like, yes, I've been victimized since I was 19. Like, it's a point of pride. Like, I don't know why it's the way he does it. I don't know why.
You had no right, motherfucker. Duh.
Oh yeah, I've played that clip so many times. I've like memorized the words.
Yeah. When you muted the microphone and you went to manage your dog so they don't kill each other, I was yelling on you the same thing. We need to keep the tradition alive.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna make a new channel intro at some point. I'm gonna include all of the lines of people saying that he's unsettling. He's like Onision. Or people telling me you need help, you need to be put the fuck away. I'm just gonna combine all of that into a trailer intro of just me creepily smiling, and that'll be my intro. And people can go over here and be like.
And I need some feedback for as a streamer because I know I interrupt a lot because I have so much to say.
Yeah, it's also kind of hard not to. I have to be careful because I interrupt people too, and there's like a delay as well. So sometimes we'll both start talking at the exact same time.
Plus, we always have a doubt that whether whether I'm audible on stream or not because I'm like, did you hear me what I said?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm missing bits and pieces sometimes. I'm like.
By the way, Holly was amazing. I really want to stream with Holly sometime. She's amazing.
Yeah, Holly is currently unable to stream, and I've been keeping my eye on that as well. Once I'm done with deity, let's just say I'm gonna have a new friend to play with, I think.
Do you think the deity era would be over? Because I am seeing him trying to act really graceful, and about time that he gets that whole charade is broken again.
I'm not sure if it'll be over, but it may have a long enough break for me to go play with some spiders.
And what about the puppy podcast?
I haven't heard anything about that. I didn't even know it was a podcast. I mean, no one consulted me, so I'm not even for sure.
Do you have the password?
I have no idea. I didn't even know password for what.
The Gmail account for it.
No, I didn't even, like I said, I didn't even know there was like that whole. I thought it was just like a group thing, and then people were telling me it's a podcast, and there's like an intro made. I'm like, huh, what's going on
Yeah,
here?
I came up with the name.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to talk about that. I don't know where Cthulhu.
How? Because the octopus person has blocked me.
What?
Yes.
Oh, that's I don't know anything about that. I'm out of the loop.
And I think he has blocked you too. Check that.
Yeah, I'll have to.
I don't know if this is appropriate to talk on stream, but
yeah,
I'll
look into that. My phone's at like 5% now, so I'm actually gonna cut that thing off so I don't just go dead on me. But yeah, I'll look into that definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was like animosity or anything. That's
no idea what happened.
He was just in the we were all just in a stream together not that long ago, not like in the stream, but they were all in the chat in my last stream earlier.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't know, but
can you check the live chat? Yeah.
Yeah, I actually got to go here in just a minute or two. So unless there's anything the chat wants to say before we go.
Hey chat, we are looking at you.
Yeah, we've acknowledged you exist.
Let's pay attention to the peasants who serve us, the overlords of darkness.
Let's keep an eye on the serfs who gather our wheat.
Yes. By the way, Roger, I think, is literally a farmer. Hey, Jesse. Jesse has a wrench. I don't.
Yeah, I don't want too many wrenches because I feel like, at least when I'm in someone's chat, if I see a bunch of wrenches, I'm just like, oh, hold on now. Why is everyone blue? So, I'm sure I
was a part of deity's big social wrench experiment.
Yeah, I don't want to. That's the big thing that keeps me from wrenching a bunch of people is I just like have flashbacks to that chaos. I'm like, maybe not such a good idea. Everyone in the chat gets the wrench. Everybody can remove each other's comments. Chaos.
Everybody can lose each other's screws, and look whose screws fell off.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was quite educational. I think you have to sleep, and I'm tired of walking. I think I walked like 4 miles, and I don't know where I am. So before I get abducted, or mugged, or get butt raped in a corner.
You might be in good shape now. You might be able to go into the seediest places in the entire city, and there's nobody there because they're all afraid to get fucking sick.
I have lost close to 7-8 kilos, which is like 2.5. I don't know. 2.5 pound is 1 kilo, so you can do the math. So I have lost like 7 and 8 kilos just by going off sugar and bread. I don't work out much. It's just staircases and walks. So it's like if I'm able to maintain this for like 6 months or a year, I'll start modeling for underwear, and then deity would be mighty pissed.
Yeah, I mean, that would be one thing you could do. One thing.
Yes. And I have tattoos. So I'll be like,
you got to remember the way things work. Someone will fake a screenshot and be like, Kanish is sending me underwear pictures. I blocked him, but he's sending me underwear pictures.
I know. Then they will go to Chris Hansen asking for money for nose jobs.
Exactly. And for tattoo removals.
Yeah.
Popstar
doesn't have money for tattoo removal. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about doing stuff on Shiloh, but I'm leaving that alone. Although apparently they're doxing people now, so I don't know. But they keep going.
Edwin Generation did quite a good job, and then he went overboard with it with the 4-hour streams, which was quite strange.
Oh god! Then he went on Keemstar. I saw something where he was in an interview with Keem, and he just crumpled. Keemstar wasn't even trying and was just decimating him.
Yeah.
He couldn't even devil's advocate properly. It was, yeah, that was a disaster piece. But if everyone is good in the chat, I'm probably wrap this up because I gotta go check on my dog, make sure he didn't No one rip
Yeah,
each
I
other's
hope they're not
throat.
like they haven't like killed one of them and then they're eating their corpse.
Yeah, that's you joke, but the father and son will do that to each other.
Yeah, so one of them will get killed and then the remaining will proceed to eat the corpse.
Yep.
We have a crazy dog lady in our neighborhood. She has these big dogs, like really big dogs, like five, six of them. So once like we didn't see her for several days and someone said she's probably dead and the dogs have eaten her corpse because they're hungry. And I'm
Ugh.
like, okay. Because we could hear the dogs, but we didn't see her.
Yeah, I've got 5 dogs, and there's only 2 of them that are like in a death wish against each other. The father and son. Like the brothers will fight, but they can like you scream at them, they'll break it up.
Okay, but
But
why don't you like get their balls cut off so they'll have no rage?
the only one that's got their balls is the oldest son that wants to fight with the father.
Then get his balls removed now. What's the big deal?
Well, I attached like a rubber band to it. I don't want
Are
to.
you?
Going out and
Mhm.
playing the coronavirus right now is not such a good idea.
Oh, no, of course I know. You don't want like you know
But
Planned Parenthood.
yeah. But as far as he goes, I'm not even sure if that would work because I've got pictures of those two together. They were fine. Something happened in their relationship, and now they hate each other.
Maybe they were in the deities mod community. That's why.
Maybe they were both deity moderators, and like they
Yes. Yeah, they were watching deity streams, and whatever deity touches turns into dick. So
he spread rumors about both of them, and now none of them can trust the other.
yes, and now they're fighting.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll definitely get their balls removed eventually, and then we'll try to reintegrate them back in with each other.
Yeah, we'll have them on RSN stream. Maybe he can talk some sense into them.
I think he made a cameo on RSN stream, screaming in my ear. But
what are your dogs' names?
Yeah, I'll give them real quick before I head out.
Yeah, dox the dogs.
Dox the dogs. The first dog we had, which is the mother of them all, was named Sophie. The father was named Socrates, or Little Dog, as I refer to him as.
Okay.
Just Little Dog, because he likes that name for some reason.
Okay.
Following that, they gave birth to the first son, which was Einstein. Then we have Miss Lucy, not Lucy, Miss Lucy. She likes the little.
But doesn't
title.
Lucy have some splaining to do?
Oh yeah, she's lots of screaming. She's the one that if I pet during stream will sit there and harass me the rest of the stream screaming at me. Then
so what are the names of the dogs who fight? I'm sorry, I didn't even let you finish. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, the last one that I got a name is Nougats, or Baby Nougats, because he acts like a child.
Okay.
Yeah, and the 2 dogs that fight are the Socrates and the Einstein. Those 2 are the ones.
So philosophy versus science. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna name your dogs like that, they will clash. They have an intellectual disagreement.
Yeah, that
here.
is true. That is true. I wish they would engage in a verbal intellectual disagreement.
Seriously. I heard that there was a Greek philosopher who would like roast people, and he was so savage that someone actually got so pissed that they beat him to death.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like, "What you gonna do? Stab me?"
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I know where that quote comes from too. That's funny. Nah, I don't have to do anything too bad. Like when the father and son get into a fight, I've got to really get in there and break them up. But when the brothers get into a fight, I can just snap my fingers, stomp my foot, like, "Hey, what the fuck? Lay up."
Yeah, my dog. I don't have a dog anymore. My dog would actually stop in the middle of mauling somebody.
Except for the rabbits. You should save the rabbits.
Yeah. We had like 2 dogs at the time. So the older one, he was a Doberman, and the little guy was the Staffordshire Pit Bull, the British one. So he was like if a pug was muscular and healthy looking. He was like that. So both these dogs are very polar opposites. So we'll talk about them. I think you have to leave now. This is a very long story. So I will share the confessions of the dead bunnies sometime. But it's not this day.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're about to wrap it up actually because I got stuff I got to get done. But yeah, thank you for coming on. I'm glad we could finally stream together.
Yes, it's like all over again. Oh my God, puppy! You want to see a puppy?
Sure. Is it
Oh.
just a random puppy?
Yeah, and my video is frozen. I can't show puppy,
Oh, I
but
see
he's
it.
so sweet. You see it?
Yep, I see it. It's black and white. It's all happy to see you.
Yes. Oh my God,
Got
I
a,
should have picked up some food. I don't have anything to feed him with.
got a stray or they just have.
Yeah, they're street dogs. They're street dogs. We have street dogs here.
Yeah, I know in some places they have like a lot of South American places too. They have like a ton of dogs just roaming the street. They own territory.
Yeah, they have. They get into fights and all and everything. So that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, out of all the animals to have running around, a dog is not the worst.
Yeah, and a lot of people like feed them and all that. And we,
They're
where I
friendly.
live, like my parents' house, there's like a big park in front of it. So we had a proper dogs family there that had been living in that area for generations, and people would feed them. And we also have a problem with stray monkeys.
Huh.
So once these dogs managed to kill a monkey, they actually managed to kill a monkey, and from that day onwards, there was a war. So one
Wow.
half of the west side of the park was for the dogs, and the east side of the park was for the monkeys. It lasted months.
Who
And I
won?
saw this, which the monkeys were ultimately chased away because the dogs were the natives. The monkeys were the intruders, so they were chased away ultimately.
Mm.
And once I saw that they had cornered two little guys, two little dogs, the monkeys had cornered them, like two, three of them. And I have never seen these dogs do that. They did what's called back to back. They had their tails together and they were standing back to back with their faces out, growling and clawing at them.
Wow.
Because an animal would never attack the face, he will try to attack you from behind. So
Yeah,
they had faces like it's like one dog with three heads.
I do know that apes. One of the things that makes apes particularly good. Same thing for humans is that they know what to go for. They'll go for the eyes. They'll do the things where they rip people's genitals off and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's one of the things too that like if you're getting attacked by like a tiger, okay, they're gonna go
Uh-huh.
for your throat. You can jab their eyes out and stuff like that. They won't know what hit them. They don't even seem to expect it.
Yeah.
So, but on that bright note, we're probably gonna wrap this up here because
We have learned. So, children, what have we learned today? If a tiger grows for your throat, poke them in the eye.
there you go. All right. Well,
Bye bye.
good day, everyone. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe as is tradition, and I will see you all next time.
And I have a YouTube channel too, so I want to make sure that Schizophrenic's subs never exceed mine.
I'll even link it below to help him out. Give him a head start.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
All right. Good night.